Sex. Sex. Everywhere I look, what does he look like naked? Oh, it's everywhere I look. But it's not for me anymore. I'm broken now. Sex? I can't. Look at me, all shriveled up and useless. Who would want to touch me now? My body doesn't work anymore. Everything is gone. Cobwebs cover my clitoris. I aged from 18 to 73 in a heartbeat.
A crash.
Pussy is not a suitable word for me. Sex. Just a memory. Thank God I was a dirty little kid who rebelled and experienced all that I did, because now I have a disability. And sex doesn't mix. Society gives me a childlike simplicity. Warm, fuzzy sweetness is supposed to satisfy me. No rough, hard, or wet mess. Puppies, not porn. Candy, not blowjobs. Sleeping, not fucking. Netflix and pills, not Netflix and chill. You get used to it. Abstinence, avoidance. Out of sight, out of mind, right? But it's everywhere. I can't hide from it. Lost inside taboo thoughts. Touch myself? Not likely. Distraction, lubrication for my brain. If I cannot think of something else, I'm going to go insane. Can you feel your legs? Sex. Curiosity hides behind social media. A devotee. What a discovery. Wheelchair fetish. Can you believe there are people who want to do all of those naughty things to me because of my disability? Oh yeah. Curl fingers, stiff, frail, and swollen. Bonus. Just an increase to the aphrodisiac. They want this broken, disheveled body. In fact, they wouldn't want it if it were intact. Still, come on, I can't humor that. Oh, forget it. I did. Until someone gave me those eyes. Like he actually might be genuinely curious of what lies between my thighs. Fuck it. Do it. This could be my only chance. Sex. But sex with me would be like masturbating, he says. Wow. That makes sense. Of course. How could I expect that he might be any different from all the rest? Touch, physical contact, kiss. It's awkward to hug someone that can't hug you back. Sex. I don't need it. Sex. I can go without it. Sex! I wonder if a nunnery would still take me. Sex! I've heard with long enough celibacy, I can't ride on top. Doggy style. Not enough core to be on all fours. Missionary. Sigh.
But isn't there other forms of intimacy?
There's got to be another way to love people like me.
To hate is an easy, lazy thing. But to love takes strength. Everyone has, but not all are willing to practice. Look down at your body and whisper, there is no home like you.
There is no home like you. This body is mine to have.
I should have known I needed to end it. I don't fully remember why she did it. I know it happened in the kitchen, and I just set up the coffee pot for what would turn out to be a disaster of a double-date brunch. I should have seen it coming. But domestic violence like I had learned it didn't look like this.
What did it look like?
It looked like a man hitting a woman, not two disabled people fighting over still dirty dishes in the sink, and her pushing me out of my chair. I didn't leave right away.
Why not?
I was scared to be alone. When I did, it ended in a great ball of fire. I called her on my birthday and cried into the phone, "I'm done, I'm done, I'm done!" Not my smoothest moment. I missed her. Deeply. I'd found out what being loved in a relationship felt like. We were still teammates when we broke up. Our first practice the next season, my wheelchair rugby team set up the first drill for me to hit her as hard as I could to dislodge the ball. Imagine, you've just broken up, and your best friend's solution is to line you up like football players and let you go at it. Come here. So I lined up, sighed, the whistle went, I pushed as hard as I could, and I passed. I mean, I tapped her chair just so I didn't have to do the drill over again. But in that moment, I was the one with the power. I could have done some serious damage. But I didn't. Now I'm no angel. At Nationals, one of the players from Ontario was hitting on her, and I went up behind them and whispered, "Don't do it!" But now I wonder if how I felt in that practice gym was how she felt when she put me on my face that Saturday morning. Trust me, she knew what she was doing. You can't blame everything on a spasm.
It's not that it's gone, it's just quiet. Back then, we laughed all the time. I used to get tingles whenever he was around me. I was 23, and he was charming, touchy-feely in a sexy sort of way. He was so different from any guy I'd ever known. We met in a group home. It was the first time, the only time, I'd moved out of my parents' house. But he'd been living there for a few years already. We had this ongoing joke. Every day, he'd help me put on my copper ring and say, "With this ring, I thee wed." I just melted the first time he said it. Then one day, he said those words for real. He got out of bed and knelt down beside me. The moment I'd waited for my entire life finally happened. My proposal, followed by my wedding day. I wish I remembered it more than I do. I wish I remembered how he looked at me that day. How he used to look at me. I wonder if he remembers. Life moves so fast. You know, Ferris Bueller was right. If you don't stop and look around once in a while, you could miss it. After the wedding, we got out of the group home, got our own place, and started getting home care. We finally got a regular double bed. Having sex in a hospital bed is anything but romantic. And that was it. We were going at it like bunnies. It was better than I could have ever imagined. He was my first, my only. I thought it was going to last forever, till home care decided to put dynamite in the rabbit hole and force us to get hospital beds again. Their solution? This strap contraption that was supposed to hold the beds together. Pretty soon, the lovemaking only happened on Valentine's Day and birthdays, thanks to falling between the cracks. Maybe if I would have tried harder, or we would have spent more time together, we wouldn't have drifted apart. Home care came in and changed everything. Wasn't it Trudeau, the first one, who said the state has no business in the bedrooms of the nation? I wish home care would have listened. I mean, now, we can't even get in bed without pole vaulting over each other. It's super awkward. Maybe things would have been different if I'd gotten pregnant. It feels like we've just become roommates. Maybe there's someone else. Or have we fallen out of love? Maybe we both have to remember that we made a vow
To love and to cherish, till death do us part.
Everything is so different than it was. I wonder if things will ever change. Go back to the way things were? Or will they move on entirely to something or someone new? Maybe somebody better tell those two that it doesn't last. Not like that anyway.
Learning to not envy someone else's blessings is what grace looks like.
Or maybe it will, for them.
I'm an adult. Every day, people come to play with me, dress me up, and take me out. And every day is different. I never quite know what I'm going to look like. Sometimes I look like Climber Barbie, sometimes I look like Critter Barbie, and then there are days I look like Clown Barbie. Michelle dressed me today. She did my makeup too. I haven't looked in the mirror yet. Most days I don't, because I either run out of time because we are in a hurry, and I only have home care for so long, or I'm just so sick of it not turning out the way I like it. Eventually I just stop looking, and I guess some days that's a problem. Is it a problem today? Be honest. Oh.
You look great.
The question I get from my help all the time is why? Why do you need to look good? I mean, it's even a fight to get in the right
right outfit for God's sake. You try my outfit at clothing, or those pants are too tight. I mean, Michelle is paid to be here, $10 an hour. She chooses her job. They all do. But when your job is to mimic what arms and legs should be doing, please don't be lazy.
I can't stand any of my caregivers. Some people are in the wrong line of work.
But there are some good ones.
Yeah, right.
Some are so good they put your needs before their own. Makeup though, that's a tough one. Ugh, ain't nobody getting it right.
I do my own
Yeah,
makeup.
because you can.
I don't trust anybody else.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe my mom, but that's only because mom care is the best care.
No, it's not. My mom is not the nurturing type. Incredible handyman, but makeup and care? Oh, hell no.
I guess I'm just lucky then.
Apparently, it is a lot easier to feel comfortable around family.
Completely. The other day, I was coming home and my bus was late.
Again.
Don't even get me started on paratransit. When I eventually got there, home care was already inside waiting for me. First, she scolded me for being late, which I had no control over. Then, she called me sleazy for wearing the neck out I'd chosen for bed.
Well, who do you have to look good for?
Whoa!
What do you mean?
You and your husband don't even sleep in the same bed.
Not by choice. And I can look sexy for me. You should try it sometime.
I had one recently in awe when I asked her to give me my birth control pill.
God forbid you might be having sex.
Can you even get pregnant?
Can you?
Jeez. Sorry.
Yeah, hey, we like to get freaky too. But isn't it creepy that home care was already in your house waiting for you?
I hate having to give out the door code. Trusting people you don't even know.
All of my help knows the pins to my bank cards. Credit and debit.
That's sketchy.
I know, but I can't press the buttons. Even bank tellers will tell me I'm not allowed to give out my PIN.
Well, it's not like having cash on you is a better idea.
One time, I had a caregiver that started disappearing in the middle of the night. It wasn't until I went to the dollar store and had insufficient funds that I realized $2,000 was missing. Apparently, she liked to gamble.
They can steal little stuff too. I once had a brand new bottle of perfume that just magically disappeared.
Or avocados and frozen fish.
Or pain meds. Really gotta watch the medicine cabinet.
Forget about stealing. I just can't ever tell if they actually like me or not. I'm just a job to them. But they eliminate me needing to have a social life or make friends. When you have someone that follows you around everywhere, you don't have to feel weird going to the movies or the farmer's market alone. Because, quite frankly, you are never alone. Oh, it's hard not to get attached to the good ones, though.
So there are good ones.
Definitely. Some of them become family.
The good ones never last.
Like men.
You never know how long they'll be around for.
I bet they'll last longer if you treated them better.
Excuse me?
Back up here.
Maybe. If you were a little nicer, they would stick around.
I can't deal with incompetent people. If you can't figure it out, get another job. It's not up to me to baby them.
Some people I know marry their caregivers.
What? Really?
Yeah, I know a few couples that met that way. Not me though. Oh no. I gotta keep the good stuff and the necessary stuff separate, if you know what I mean.
I couldn't even imagine.
I'm not biased against male caregivers though. I've had a couple. There was this older guy, Romeo. Romeo! Wherefore art thou, Romeo? He was my first. I would literally hide from him in the stroke unit. You gotta understand, training someone to do everything for me was my only chance at escaping the hospital. And let me tell you, with my quad hands, unhooking my own bra is impossible.
Let alone somebody else's.
Okay.
You see, my mom sponsored Romeo, this older guy.
Who would be a perfect caregiver for you? In his home country, he was a trained physiotherapist.
And that somehow qualifies him to dress, bathe, and essentially do everything. for this newly paralyzed girl.
But maybe he could heal you.
Yeah, right! Just wait till the guy has to learn to use a catheter. That means sticking a long plastic tube in my vagina. Later, there was Rocky, who would dance in front of the mirror with a broom like
Mrs. Doubtfire.
And every time he would help me get dressed, he would lift and tuck these puppies and say,
Excuse me, excuse me.
It's just awkward if you're with someone who feels awkward. And you can tell right away. But you don't have a choice. You need them.
I've had a library full of care support. After Romeo, there was Rosie, who caught her husband cheating over Skype, Irene, who had postpartum depression, Evelyn, the one who took my bank card, and Manira. Manira wouldn't let me shower on Tuesdays because it was bad luck. Need I go on? I didn't think so.
At least it's better than an institution. I'd never want to go back to a group home, let alone long-term care. Some institutions, the staff is so bad, they won't even wash your crotch unless you ask them to. I know it's ridiculous, right?
The thing is, our personal care is supposed to be private. But we don't have that luxury. So can I at least keep it separate from the people I fuck? I mean, there's nothing sexy about shitting yourself. But it happens. Shit. Happened to a friend of mine in the middle of it.
Oh
Yep. They were going at it, and it just came up.
Pretty much any paralyzed person's worst fear. Most people just don't understand. That's why I could never date someone who's not in a wheelchair.
Why?
They just wouldn't get it. We can't have someone around who doesn't know how to act when things get messy. I've been so sick, I was spewing out of, well, everywhere. It was a nightmare to try to get home care to come in the middle of the day. I just want someone around that, gets it.
The right man will understand.
Yeah, right. I can't stand when I have supplies out in the open. Soap pads, catheters, baby wipes. Freaks them out until you explain everything to a T. Guys will still think I cook for myself and piss on the toilet.
Unless you find a guy that likes you because of
Oh,
it.
God.
Meaning.
A devotee.
Ew.
All that stuff is gonna turn him on.
Ah, don't give me that wheel harmony bullshit. I dated a guy that didn't tell me he was one until 6 years after we broke up. How can you be attracted to the one thing that I would give anything to change?
Oh, Tash.
Normally I'd say that it wouldn't matter if he loves you, but.
Yeah, well, so far for me, they've all been temporary. But I couldn't sleep around if I tried. It takes too long to trust someone enough to take them home, let alone into the bedroom.
And what about not being able to push someone off? I mean, what if you said no and he didn't stop?
That's funny. That's not funny.
Sorry, it's not. It just reminds me of something my friend's mom told him the other day.
You better not sleep with your friend Tash. She could probably press charges for sexual assault because of her condition.
Oh my God, that's so twisted. I guess it does work both ways, though.
When you're ignorant.
So at a table, waiting for my girlfriends. And they text me to ask me where I am. And I realize I'm at the wrong place. I'm sitting there, pissed off about getting dressed up for nothing. When this good-looking guy walks up and says, "Hey, gorgeous, do you need any help?" "No thanks," I say. Wondering what Mom would think if I turned up at home with this guy. Lately, we've been talking about me dating someone, and I don't think she thinks I will. I'm 24 and still a virgin. He asked me if I want to drink. I don't know if this guy realizes I'll never say no to free vodka. So he buys me a vodka special and gets in a straw without me asking and holds it up for me to sip on. We talk about where he works. An engineer. Perfect. What he does for fun. Working on cars. I bet he would look really good driving a van. And he loves to travel. Jamaica. My favorite.
Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling?
He asked me why I'm not alone. It's not like I planned it this way. This kind of happened. Eventually I asked him, do you want to go hang out? He says yes. All I can think inside is yeah! We start walking home, and I wonder what's going to happen when we get there. Because it's not like I can ask my mom for help. Hey mom, I love this guy home. Do you want to transfer me so I can get laid? We take a detour. 5 minutes later, we're at the beach. We flirt. It dawns on me. This is actually going to happen. I'm going to have sex. He says he's perfectly fine with me sitting back and enjoying the ride. Could this guy be any more perfect for me? I walk him around and take me out of my chair. He picks me up ever so gently and lays me in the sand and reassures me. I will need help taking off my clothes because I can't do anything myself once I'm laid down. I close my eyes and feel the warmth of his body. And I exhale.
This is love that I'm feeling. Is this love? Is this love? Is this love? Is this love that I'm feeling?
Oh my God, you guys! Kelsey just texted me.
She okay?
She just got laid.
I just had sex, and it feels so good, like I knew that it would feel
Hey, beautiful.
so good.
How's your night going? Can I buy you a drink?
I don't drink.
Not even like a Red Bull?
Do I look like I need to wake up?
No, not at all. Ginger ale?
Wow. You don't give up.
Well, I haven't exactly tried that hard.
Was it a dare?
What?
Are you bored?
Wait.
Do you think you can't get anyone else? There are plenty of other stand-up women around.
He's like, what?
Or are you that insecure that you have to resort to the bottom feeders?
No, I just wanted to talk to you.
You feel sorry for me. Ah! Or is it fetishing? Oh!
that's-
It's a fetish
Wait,
thing. I've
no,
known guys
I'm-
like
I'm
you
sorry.
getting
I-
off
I
on
just-
women that can't run away.
I just genuinely thought you were cute and wanted to say hey.
Cute. You think this is cute?
Yeah. Well, no, I mean, I just wanted to buy you a drink.
Wow. You really don't give up, do you? You must be a real man. A man that likes to take care of a woman. And by take care, I mean babysit. In a nanny sort of way.
Look, I was just trying to,
Hey. Do you like going to the movies?
Yes, of course.
Yeah? Do you like sitting in the front row?
I like sitting in the front.
Good. Because if you want to go to the movies with this cutie, you'll be in the front row every time. Would you like to feed your woman?
Sure.
Strawberries dipped in chocolate.
Yeah, that sounds okay.
Great. How about soup? Yogurt. Milk through a straw. You know, all those things that your woman isn't capable of doing herself because her hands don't work. Hope you like being stared at, because with this cutie, it'll happen.
Let them stare.
Do you like hiking?
Yeah?
Long walks on the beach?
Yeah?
Forget it. These wheels don't really do rugged terrain.
Neither do I.
You look like a strong man.
Thank you.
Do you work out?
Yes, when I can.
Good. You'll need to be when you're breaking your back, having to lift your woman in and out of bed because she can't walk. Real cute.
Look, can we just talk?
We are talking.
Or, I don't know, go for ice cream.
She
or-
really likes pistachio ice cream.
fuck off.
Unless you don't want to mess with that body.
Oh! Nice.
Ooh, you like this, huh? Yeah, sure. This body looks promising. Oh yeah. I've got all the right junk in all the right places. Legs for days and hips that you know don't lie. But boy, get this body in bed and it will do absolutely nothing. Nothing for you. You have to do all the work yourself, and you could get pissed on.
Whoa, Tash!
Especially when it's cold. Do you know what incontinence means? Do you know what depends are? Adult diapers are really cute, you asshole. Not just for babies and grandma, buddy.
Look, I just wanted to
Do you
say hi.
think drowning in a bathtub is cute because you slipped and no one heard your scream? Do you think being the last out of a burning building is cute? Car payments on an adapted vehicle. Oh, baby, so fucking cute. I am paralyzed.
I said you were cute. I didn't ask you to marry me.
Yeah, well, you better put a ring on it now, honey, because there's nothing cute about paralysis. So let me set you in the right direction as you turn around and walk the other way, because you can.
Do you think you maybe leaned into a little too hard? The bathtub, the drowning. That was
I still think you're cute, though.
Sorry, you could buy me a drink anytime.
Oh, of course you'd say that.
Game 1, you need me to spot you what? 17 points? Sure. Seriously? Cute.
Yeah.
Girls hate that. I hate that. Well, I know that now, don't I? So you think you're gonna see her again?
I think I might need to switch bars. She's there all the time. I don't get it.
Get what?
Well, why she laid into me like that? And her friends, they just stared at me like I was green, like I'd never talked to a girl before. And they were laughing and giggling. I just saw her for the millionth time and I wanted to talk to her. Is that so bad?
No. What did you want to talk to her about? Her hopes? Her dreams? How she got down all those stairs by herself?
Stuff.
How specific?
Well, I don't know. What did you say to your girlfriend when you asked her out?
She asked me out.
Then I'm talking to the wrong person then.
She said, I'm going to kiss you now.
I thought I was oblivious.
Way to turn the focus onto me.
Your fault.
All right. At least she didn't run away.
I tried.
Seriously?
Well, would you just stand there and get yelled at?
Probably not. But what do you have to be worried about? The next time you see her, just go and talk to her. And try to have some social skills this time.
I can't.
Why not?
It's complicated.
Complicated how?
You're really gonna make me say it?
Say what?
Well, it's just... I've never been with a girl in a wheelchair before. I mean, I've worked with them. I've been friends with you forever, but I've never met someone like her. I usually try to keep the good stuff and the necessary stuff separate, you know?
I don't. Love who you want to love.
Easy for you to say.
Can I tell you something?
Like we've ever kept secrets before?
I'm in my first relationship with an able-bodied girl, and I'm scared shitless. I don't know how you people do it.
Why?
What if I'm too broken for her? What if she wants someone who can carry her over the threshold? Who doesn't have giant medical bills? Who can drive a fucking car?
This is quite the switch. You are a national team athlete. You've traveled the world. What do you have to worry about? I've never seen you so damn happy. Now you're worried she's going to dump you. Live a little.
I'm worried I'm going to dump her.
Are you sick? Do you need a snack? Maybe some water.
You don't understand.
You know what? You're right. I don't. Enlighten me.
You know, maybe she'd be better off that way.
Don't talk like that. If I can talk to a girl, you can stay with one.
Have you ever had to worry about having to cancel plans because you couldn't get out of bed?
Sure.
Ever had to scout out date locations to make sure that you could get in them and that there was a good bus route to get there?
No.
Ever had to fight for people to see you as you, not some sad little cripple that isn't worthy of love?
No, but you've only ever dated disabled girls, right?
Well, yeah.
Have you ever worried you were going to say the wrong thing and get yelled at as the able-bodied know-nothing? Push a person's chair when you weren't supposed to? Take her to a restaurant you couldn't get into?
Well, no.
There you go. We both have shit to get over.
So you're gonna see her again?
Yeah. You gonna stick it out a little longer?
I guess so.
Last night, I looked at you, and I could feel the love that filled my entire body. The kind that made my toes curl, and the kind of love that circulated through my veins. I could feel myself rush from having all types of emotions running rampant against my skin. The kind of love that made me want to scream all my worries and fears out, so they have no way of finding their way back in. The kind that took my breath away, just by mention of our love being spoken in your tone. A soft voice that whispered kindness and sweet promises. Last night I looked at you and thought, so this is how love is supposed to feel.
It was about the rush for her. People think she's a rough bitch. At least she always wanted them to. She's much older now, and people ask her, Tash, why is your heart so black? That seed was planted in the ground. But it died, rotted, and fermented into a black heart. She met him at a party. She snuck out on a school night. He was her ride home. It went crazy from there. An older, dangerous guy. Her mother told her he wasn't right, so she moved in with him pretty much that night. He liked to show her off, show her the business. The first time she saw him beat a man with his fists like bricks,
It was my fault.
he had power over people. Drug money is power. But she wasn't done yet. No. Maybe she could help him. Help him finish high school. Well, she was skipping school for sex. Shower sex, balcony sex, change room sex, hot tub sex, yes, sex. He said he wanted her babies. He said he loved her. He wasn't the first one that said it. But this time she said it back. It got worse. More bloody fists, more junkies, more rocks, more bruises and holes in the drywall. He poked holes in the condoms. She had to get out. So she got out. Months later, she was ejected from the car and broke her neck and back in 10 places. Her family wouldn't let him see her. She saw him. Almost a year later, in the graveyard, his ashes were in. He said he did it. He put the gun in his mouth. They said his eyes
Those eyes.
were open. Seconds could have saved him.
Seconds I could have saved him.
They said it was 5 months after her crash.
5 months they kept him from me. 5 months that I could have had to stop him.
5 months that she could have had to save him. Now, he'll always be hers. The demon that waters her black heart.
The way to you lies clearly in my heart and cannot be seen or known to the mind. As my words turn to silence, your sweetness surrounds me. Trust your body. It reacts to right and wrong better than your mind can.
sex before, but they didn't have what I was looking for. The people all looked okay. The problem was they were normal. Then I found Real Harmony.
At Real Harmony, we match people with disabilities with those who are genuinely interested in them based on categories like floppy feet, curled fingers, and number of limbs affected.
Before Real Harmony, I had thought of disabled people as anything other than a group to be pitied. Then I found out I could have sex with them, and I had a large enough van to take them places.
I found the love of my life on Real Harmony. She's great at transferring me, she loves the way I'm in tune with my body, and the sex is great. Thank God for Real Harmony.
Joining Real Harmony is quick and easy. All you have to do is fill out a questionnaire with 9,972 questions on it. The system is based on the medical model intake that so many know and love.
Feedback says that this quiz is much less invasive and isn't as long as a regular medical one.
They ask whether how comfortable you feel with dating another disabled person. They also asked about life insurance policies and whether I'd been in a car crash and was entitled to a settlement. Now I know there's a place for me in this world.
So just because your legs don't work, doesn't mean your heart can't either.
Join Real Harmony today and find someone as crippled or as able as you are.
Real Harmony, where cripples and crazies can come.
Call 1-800-DIS-LOVE.
So, here I am in my living room one Saturday afternoon, and I figure, time for a Netflix moment. Now, because I had watched a movie about some high school girl partying the last summer before college with her friends, innocently enough, other suggestions have popped up. I mean, why not, right? That's what my Netflix does. He leaves me a little list of things to watch based on my most recent choices. So, here I am, watching a movie with two women having sex. Not right off the hop, but nevertheless, it happens. And they have a good time. These two women have emotionally suffered in their lives that their connection is such a relief that one of the women is brought to tears when she orgasms. The emotional buildup and release is so powerful that I tear up too. So she's naked and crying, and I'm naked and crying. No, I'm in my pajamas and I'm crying. The people outside my window are naked and crying. No, it's the homeless guy, and he is neither naked nor crying. Point is, I have never had such a strong response to a sex scene in a movie before. Naturally, I'm a little surprised by this. I'm curious even. Am I really into lesbian sex? Am I a lesbian? Am I bisexual? I had to know. So I dove into this rabbit hole, courtesy of my Netflix, and to this day, I have watched quite a substantial amounts of these suggested movies, including my very first French subtitle movie. Who knew reading could be so much fun? Is this happening because I'm in my sexual prime? I don't know, but it sure isn't hurting it. We've all heard them say that women reach their sexual peak later in life. So, here I am, 32 years old, and I guess I didn't realize how real this so-called prime is. Holy God. Thank you, my Netflix, for providing me with all sorts of entertainment.
I am expected to want to die. In this death, it is generally assumed that I will go alone. Alone in the metaphorical sense. The hand holding, my heart will go on. No grieving widow sort of way. Of course, I'm presumed not to be alone when the time comes. No, it is expected, though not encouraged, that I will have someone there to help me with my mortal transition. Just like they think I need the help to eat, sleep, drink, smile, and fuck. It is not likely in the eyes of the whole that I will have been loved either. Sure, my mother will have been forced to do so. Cue the shock when they find out that my sister has, gasp, autism. This fact paints her in the collective consciousness of the observer as a verified saint or a certified madwoman. My father, well, he will be painted with a brush of disappointment. Isn't it a bother? No, an embarrassment. That your son's legs don't work properly? That he can't be a functioning member of society? For shame. The love that society truly waxes poetically about, though, is romantic love. Same old shitty rom-com love. The type of love that leaves you giddy with hazy memories of kisses in the rain and lustful taxi rides taken in Paris or swift current or wherever the fuck Cupid picks you out of his archery range. After all, what do I have to offer? In short, lots.
I'm odd. I've always known that. Socially and neurologically, I have constantly fallen behind from the rest of my peers. And sex has been a totally different ballgame, which I've never been up to bat. And I'm satisfied with that. The definition of autism can differ. It all depends on who you ask. For me, it's like all the world's a stage in which everyone has the script except for me. Social cues go over my head, big abrupt changes scare me, and someone will have to repeat something twice or more for me to fully clue in. But it doesn't shackle me. I wear it like ribbons. And when it comes to the nightlife, it would be a battle of me against sensory overloads, which I would always lose. I've been forever grateful of being invited out, and always will be. But the comfort of home was always my Friday night safe haven, away from overly bright lights and the high decibels of music and crowds. Does my autism have an influence on my asexuality? There's no desire of such intimacy for me, so what else could it be? Earlier in life, chances at friendships and relationships have failed for reasons I may never be able to fully comprehend. Other reasons I know full well. But as the years passed, I've learned to love and accept how I was made and what I am capable of. All thanks to support from family and friends, and through my hobby and therapy of theater and music too. In that, my small circle of friends became an infinite loop. To make and maintain friendships felt like a dream becoming reality. And one of those friendships became something more. 1 theater production, 2 movie dates, and a kiss later. Through the ups and not so many downs of roughly 2.5 years, it continues. But throughout that time, I've learned that love is not just an emotion, but a commitment. I mean, you can hear that anywhere outside of Bible study, but that's where I learned it. And sex doesn't have to be a part of every relationship. What does have to be part of one are a few things: honesty, trust, communication, and respect. Just the little seeds that plant acceptance and constant growth. I am still able to express my love and be loved in return. We all are. Physical, emotional, platonic, spiritual, everything in between. No matter what, love is everywhere you look. It is yours and mine to have.
Do they love? Are they loved? Can their bodies enjoy the things that are enjoyed in the places that comfort the soul and let the wild ones roar? The concept of love, embodied love, is not manufactured. It's human.
Unable to perceive the shape of you, I find you all around me. Your presence fills my eyes with your love. It humbles my heart, for you are everywhere.
Thank you so much for coming out. This is us.